Alright, so welcome back to another video on Modern Warfare. Today, this is going to be a little bit different. I haven't really uploaded like any clips or anything like that in Call of Duty. And if you guys want me to, I will keep on uploading things like that, have like little highlights and such. Really, what we're going to be doing is going to be jumping into one of the game modes that no one really plays, which is survival. I mean, it's really just you and 3 other teammates up against a never-ending force of enemies. And what essentially this video is just kind of me goofing around in there and also showing you what you need to prep for and how to technically make it to where that you can survive to round 100 and up. Now, I won't be able to make it to round 100 because that takes more than at least like 2 hours or so, and my videos don't really run that long, or they're not able to, so we're just going to run as long as we possibly can, and I'll go over what you need to be prepared for each round. Now, it does vary between each map, like every 5 levels. Yeah, every 5 levels and every 3 levels or so. No one doing that map. They will bring in something new, like a Juggernaut. Like on round 5, they'll bring in a Juggernaut. Round 7, they'll bring in another one. Round 10, they'll bring in a Juggernaut and attack helicopter, and that's just like one of the maps that you have to worry about. Other times they'll just be a Juggernaut or be something else, like a huge wave of snipers or anything like that. Okay, I just left that twice. That's a Naya Palace. You don't want to have a Naya Palace because there's different like ammunition crates around the map. There's like one of them that where you get to build your gun and stuff, when you actually have enough money from killing them. Second one is where you get all your grenades and stuff, and the third one is where you just essentially that's where you want to go for everything. It gives you ammo, gives you armor, gives you grenade. You always want that to constantly stack yourself up, make it to where you can have everything you need to get to the next level. And now we can't go into Atlas Superstore. I believe there is a pretty good spot to actually hold out here if we play it right. Alright, so already we got a couple seconds to spend in the lobby. But essentially, after you get the pattern down, I mean, they'll only add so many like different types of enemies, and after that, then they'll just kind of start repeating it, but they'll slowly start putting more and more in. Now, I think the max amount of people you can get for the PS4, Xbox it might be the same, but the PC still. Oh yeah, so like that, yeah, Xbox and PC they're not able to get this mode just yet until what is it, next October, I believe. When this game came out, or November? I believe it was October. Reloading. So this is only really exclusive to the PS4. For now anyway.
30 seconds.
We're on the wrong side of the map, but can we get up there? No. I don't go to this map a whole lot, so I don't know if I was even able to do that.
Seconds.
So essentially what I want to do is hold them off in this area when they come to the stairs, essentially a choke point. So I mean you could just blast down one area. I don't know what that shot was. See, I'm missing all these guys and really they're just standing still, so it just looks like I'm bad. But in my brain, I'm always expecting them to run or something, like move a little bit. That's one thing about the bots that obviously they don't do. Alright, so round 3, they're just gonna have the normal enemies still.
10 seconds.
Round 4,
Moving out.
they'll be having enemies that will bring in
Moving.
RPGs and LMGs, and essentially why they bring those in, they're specifically in that one level at the time, and that's essentially giving you the tools that you need to kill a Juggernaut a little bit faster. Because right now, obviously, you start out with a shotgun and an Uzi with them. Now, like I said, you can make your own weapons, but you need pretty good tools or so. And I believe it's like 2,000 to 3,000 to get the base weapon. Well, I just want to paint that. Chest doesn't really get covered that much. That's alright. So round 4, you'll see here in just a second. Right there, LMG. Let's see if we can get an RPG. RPGs are probably the best way for you to go for attacking the Juggernaut, like in order to kill him the fastest, so to speak. But if you need to hit every one of your shots in order for it to actually work.
Reloading.
I did swap out the LMG because I'm just going to run with the RPG for now. The second best way for you to do that, like to kill a Juggernaut without needing to waste a different weapon slot for an RPG, is by getting the Dragon Breath rounds for either the Model 680, which I recommend over the VOK Rogue. The VOK Rogue will work on them. So what that essentially does is does massive damage on top of like the already shotgun damage that you do to the Juggernaut. And in the survival mode and stuff, it's a little bit different from multiplayer, obviously. So the health acts in a different way.
Watch it.
You can pretty much melt them a fairly decent time. It's not the fastest, like I said, but it is
Armored enemies
effective in a way. Oh, that's not what I was expecting to be there. On my map, I just seen him on his own, so I'm like, yep, that's gotta be Juggernaut. Whoa. Hold up there. One thing to note, that when you're reviving teammates in this mode, all the bots get incredibly awful at shooting. Like, they will miss every single shot. Like, I kid you not, you'll have like at least 30 of them shooting at you, and not a single one of them will actually rear. It's kind of odd. They never actually changed it or anything, so I guess that's how it was supposed to be. Another thing is that every time you kill a Juggernaut in like one of the low level rounds, up to like 40 or so, or 50, you always want to grab their minigun. Because just in the off chance of you not having enough ammo for anything that, like, ready to actually kill a Juggernaut, then you'll always have that backup. And usually it's, if you keep playing it right and you don't really use those miniguns as often, you'll technically have like 4 to 6 miniguns all in one room if you set it up right. So you essentially have enough ammo to go through a whole entire like round or two without wasting a single round of your own.
Armored enemies inbound.
Oh, well. Teammate, I helped you out, so they're not gonna make
Light
it.
infantry, moving on your position.
Come on, teammate.
Buffet, thank you.
On your feet, let's go.
That was on me. I should have ran up. I'll run out there. Yeah. Yeah, but I'll swap out this RPG in a bit for something else. And after I kill this guy, I need to get over to the guns.
30 seconds.
I might not have enough time to get everything I want, but here we go. takes eternity just to get over
Moving
here.
up.
Ammunition, dragon breath rounds. On top of that, you want to get yourself a sport barrel for the
10
extra
seconds.
2 shots.
Reloading.
First attack marauder. And sleight of hand so you can get, oh, well, I guess I don't have enough. Alright. You would want sleight of hand to keep putting more shells in.
Enemy juggernauts. Get to
You
cover.
want to have as much as you can. I'll show you here in a second.
Enemy
It does
infantry.
stun him every
Moving on
time
your
I shoot
position.
him. Or not every time, but see that? How he kind of staggered a little bit? Like that. Now, as you can see there, he dropped like a pretty good,
Moving on
but
your
he
position.
dropped pretty dang fast there. It's not that bad. I'll grab that.
Enemy infantry closing in. Contact.
Go to fire the flames.
30 seconds.
Alright, so I want to go up to 3,000 because I need to get myself an LMG. So you would always at least want yourself the Model 680 with the fire breath rounds. The VLK Rogue is probably a lot better if you want to spam it. You just want to keep dropping guys right next to each other. This thing is actually way better
10
for
seconds.
juggernauts. If you don't want to run the Model 680 with all these attachments and stuff on here, you can also just save up enough money to get the Origin 12. But you have to be like
Advise
right in
infantry
front of the
inbound.
Juggernaut in order for all that, you know, to actually hit him.
Sniper
And
activity.
that drops
Get to
him
cover.
pretty fast too, but I wouldn't say it kills him as fast as this. So, definitely a trade-off, I guess.
Cheers. Armored target. Moving on your position. Cheers.
I'll swap that out for AK for now. I have to run all the way across the map for
30
this.
seconds.
Cheers, mate.
This is gonna suck. So essentially, what you would want after you get like enough ammo and stuff, I'll go ahead and buy the LMG. The Bruin.
10 seconds.
Bruin has a slightly faster fire rate, so I'm gonna go ahead and steal that. Now the question is, do my teammates get
Incoming.
enough
Light
ammo?
infantry.
I have
I'm in the
plenty of
area.
ammo.
Hunt them down.
Again, we do have the 2 miniguns that I dropped down there, so. Oh, starting to
Armored
lag a
enemies
little.
inbound.
What is going on?
Reloading.
So what I recommend doing if you're going to be getting like all these enemies in a small choke form with an LMG, I would put on every single attachment to help out like hip fire accuracy. And if you're going to be running the Bruin or like the PKM, put on the 200 round belt magazine if you got it. And you essentially got yourself a Rambo like LMG that's just constantly spraying out down into the stairway. And let's go and grab all the essentials. It's around 10. There's no doubt going to be a
10
Juggernaut
seconds.
coming out. So, I mean, we already have everything we need to kill it. Like the miniguns are pretty good.
Enemy helo coming in hot. Enemy infantry closing in. Cheers.
Always support your team. Fortunately, you don't get any points
sniper
whatsoever
activity.
for,
Get to cover.
for you know actually helping your team.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for
But
this.
it is what it is.
Appreciate it.
When you're using this kind of gun though, you can really feel confident in a pretty high round in order to actually kill people. Like, oh, I was actually expecting not to get any kills there, but did you guys already kill?
Cheers.
Yeah, I just want to have to make it over here.
Appreciate it.
So what I want to go for is go for
30
the
seconds.
grenade crate that's all the way on the other side of the map here, which is a bit of a bummer. Why do they have a attack chopper on this round? They can't even get us. I won't have enough time to bring it all the way back here, so it's going to be a bit of a pain.
10 seconds.
So what I recommend doing is grabbing a Molotov and a stem shot. That way, you know, you can actually get a little bit extra health in if you really do need it. And you can probably, you know,
Incoming!
stay up
Light
and running for a
infantry!
little bit longer. And Molotov, because it actually kills juggernauts incredibly quickly if they stand in
Armored
it long
enemies
enough.
inbound.
And also an initial hit, of course. And, well, seconds from them actually coming out, they'll burn alive.
Moving up.
So it does a lot of stuff for you.
Moving up.
Your team just kind of left you behind there, didn't they?
Yeah, I'm down. Okay, I'm good.
Oh. See how he shot several shots there, but only really hit one. That's actually one of like in a million. He essentially turned to stormtroopers.
30 seconds.
Okay, where's that dang Juggernaut? Juggernaut helicopter. There you go.
Seconds.
You need to slide a hand so I can actually feed those shells in a little faster. More the merrier.
Suicide bombers inbound.
Alright, I forgot to say, yeah, round 12, suicide bombers. Also, great way to actually, you know,
Buffet,
keep
thank you.
the Molotov with you.
Armored enemies inbound.
Oh
On
lord.
your feet. Let's go.
One thing to prepare for, I wasn't actually paying attention to what round it was, but if you are going to have bombers, they first come out in round 12. That is actually somewhat universal. I haven't seen them come out in any later round or lower. What is going on? What was that?
Check your bloody fire.
So for bombers, you would always want to be grabbing armor. They always come out in round 12, and I believe
Fire.
every round after like a main event kind of round, like round 5 to 10 kind of deal, or every 5 rounds,
30 seconds.
or I suppose every 7 rounds really, bombers will be coming in. So you'd always want to grab armor for that. It does tank a couple shots. If you don't have armor on those certain rounds, my best advice is just get your teammates to spread out away from each other so they don't all get hit by the same blast,
10
and
seconds.
you have a little bit higher chance of surviving. Now eventually when you get up to the higher rounds, I haven't actually like, you know, paid attention to what really comes out, because normally we're in the building
They have
and we're just trying to fight
Watch
for our
it.
lives, but
Light
put them out
infantry.
pretty
cover.
frequently. Like it's almost every single round at that point, or for the maps that actually allow them. Oh, you come here.
Armored target. Moving on your position.
Oh, that's 2 of them.
Changing max.
Almost
Put in a
down.
couple more shells here. There we go.
30 seconds.
Oh lord, I wasn't expecting two of them, to be honest with you. As my reaction. Yeah, that's a
10 seconds.
minigun. Got 3 miniguns.
Cheers. Light infantry, moving on your position.
I already got armor on standby, I guess. Alright, so we're every 2 rounds for this one. Again, I haven't really played this map yet, so. Oh lord. Nope, 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 nope. Look at that armor.
Armor targets, moving on your position.
Luckily, every single round there's only like a couple bombers, like up to 7 to 10, I think. So, for the most part, your armor should stop most of the explosions there.
Reloading.
Go in. Go.
Alright. Just gun him down.
Reloading.
Alright, let's do it.
30
Armor.
seconds.
Yeah, all the essentials essentially. Now I want to keep saving up on actual where everyone's not, clustering into. So I'm a little low on that junk. So
10 seconds.
again, so we have a minigun
Merci.
right here underneath the table or chair
Perfect,
somehow. I don't
thank
know how
you.
they managed to do that. We got one in the
Perfect,
corner
thank
there,
you.
and we got one on the couch just lay down.
Enemy helo inbound. Eyes up.
So if we really need it, there we go. And one guy got a sentry gun, so that's fun.
Cheers. Cheers.
Thanks very much.
Armor targets, moving on your position.
Whoa, that's a helicopter.
Perfect. Thank you.
Is he upstairs
Get
down?
ready to
Oh, the. Oh, missed that completely. Yeah, but with that Dragon Breath, what is it, stun? You can technically just stand right in front of a Juggernaut
Armor targets,
and shoot
moving on
him
your
because
position.
every 2 shots will stun him. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Teammate. Come on out, teammate. Alright, that one broke. He's doing pretty good. See, I was trying to use the stim shot there, but and they kind of killed me before I got the animation on. Alright, so let's go ahead and deck out this LMG since I actually got
30
real money.
seconds.
Max.
Hopefully they're shooting at
Low on
that.
ammo.
Now, one thing to mention that the Juggernauts and the attack helicopters, as you can see there, even though we're on the end, it's countdown,
10 seconds.
that they don't technically count as part of a round, so they will always be there. Let's see what it said.
Suicide
Well, I
bombers
don't know.
closing fast.
Well, that
Heading in.
sucks. Yeah, so every 2 rounds a suicide bomber
Rifles
comes
in your
down.
position.
Gotcha.
Watch the flashes.
I'm dead.
Armor targets, moving on your position.
Gonna pop that just in case someone was behind me.
Perfect. Thank you.
Armored enemies inbound.
On your feet. Let's go.
Huh.
Parfait. Thank you.
Cheers.
There we go.
30 seconds.
So we maybe just get a little over to like round 20 or so. And I think I'll kind of like end it somewhere around there. Because, you know, round 20 is fun. And that's going to be like the next big deal.
10
So
seconds.
essentially this is what the survival mode is. It gets a lot better. And it's kind of just showing you like this tips and stuff that you can use. Essentially get to round 100
Armored
or
enemies
more,
inbound.
but that will take way more than 1 hour. Right now I'm just kind of cutting the video down to at least about 30 minutes or so.
Armored enemies inbound.
But while you're also doing this, make sure you're actually in a public match, because if you do it in private, you don't get anything for it, like XP or anything. But you also get massive amount of tier progression out of this, because essentially you're just standing in like one of the most easiest modes, and while you're sitting in here fighting like a bunch of odd bots and stuff, you know, you're getting some XP as well, or XP and getting time going towards your tier. Because yeah, pretty much your battle pass tiers don't really
30
rely
seconds.
too much on your like skill, I guess, as a player. It just relies on how much time you put into a certain game, or how much time that you really play. Unless, you know, if you want to pay money or something for that.
10 seconds. Bound.
This is good.
Cheers.
Armored targets.
Nice one.
Moving on your position.
Appreciate it.
Armored enemies
So yeah, you'll
inbound.
probably set up a shield right here, and just kind of watch over the choke point, like over on the corner. When they come up,
Armored
just light
enemies
them up.
inbound. Armored targets. Moving on your position.
Yeah, so the riot shield I believe is 700 for the for riot shield. Not riot shield.
Cheers.
The boy will cover. The riot shield is much more expensive. That thing actually is like it's up there with like the most highest price things that you can get.
Anti movement.
There's the riot shield that's 15,000 in order to
Anti
get,
movement.
and then you also got a helo drop, or like a helo
30 seconds.
respawn there
Mark out.
for
Moving.
15,000, and I believe that's
I'm
as high as it
moving.
will go for prices.
Going in.
So let me go ahead and get
Going
all
in.
my stuff back. The shield should still stay up, or deployable cover should still stay up for another round or so.
10 seconds.
Okay, so you can jump back into it.
Going this way. Wait, cancel that. Moving here. Incoming. Light
I got
infantry.
1,
Going
2,
this way.
3.
Mark out. Moving.
Cheers.
Armored
Nice
enemies inbound. Armored enemies inbound.
Sentry gun's really going to do most of the work
Armored
here.
targets. Moving on your position.
Now,
Yes,
sometimes, you know, you're going to be getting bombers and juggernauts going into the same mix, so it gets really crazy a little bit.
Anti movement.
Okay, where are you on the other side of the map?
Cancel my left. Enemy.
Cheers.
Let's see here.
Cheers.
Yeah, so that's essentially it.
Going this way. Anti movement.
Good.
Anti movement.
This eye would have probably been better. The actual, like, you know, deal that we fire onto, like, juggernauts and stuff from there. And technically, you can cheat the AI out like that. But
30 seconds.
unfortunately, we do not have that side. Would actually have to run all the way across the map in order to, you know, get ammo, and that would be technically just like a Naya Palace. If you've seen that again, the area where I keep getting ammo and stuff, it's on the other side of the dang map, and everyone knows how big a Naya Palace is. You'd have to run across the whole
10
map
seconds.
just go get some ammo. No, I doubt I'll have enough time for this.
Enemy
Yeah.
juggernauts, get to cover.
So here we go. As you can hear, I'm talking. There's
Armored
bombers
enemies
in this
inbound.
round. Yep. To make it very blatant that, you know, that there are bombers right off the side of the door. That guy's doing that to himself. He's on the other side of the thing. I can't do that. Go for revive.
Cheers, mate.
Mark out. Moving.
Shit.
Yeah, so after this round, I'll kind of just leave that there. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I mean, essentially,
30
this is just
seconds.
kind of the early on gameplay
Yeah.
and stuff that you would do. And Model 680, definitely a good gun. It's especially with the Dragon Breath and all the stats and stuff on here. Really good for taking out juggernauts and stuff. It doesn't kill them incredibly fast, but it's pretty good for what it is. And I mean, you can always use a minigun after you grab
10 seconds.
from a juggernaut or, you know, RPG. So essentially, the game is still really easy to kill juggernauts, and you can really mess with the AI. So again, I hope you guys, you know, enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.